r/AskReddit asks, what was the biggest waste of money you've made? I paid $65 for a 40-second UFC fight last night. That entire fight was posted on another Reddit post. I thought for sure it would be fake. How could they post the whole thing? Because it was like 40 seconds, that's how. The whole fight could almost be a GIF. I spent about $160,000 on a bachelor's degree in English. My sister just got her PhD in a completely useless field. She currently owes $220K. You are not alone. Does gambling count? Lost €40 at a party once. I bet everyone that at least 2 of the 38 people there would share a birthday and 4 people took the bet. I had like an 85% chance of it being true, so it stung a little. But I've generally made money with that bet, so it's not that big a big deal. I smoked for over 40 years, so there's that. I quit 3 years ago. Still miss them, but I'm not going back. I bought a $200 textbook that I ended up never using. Still have my freshman year geology textbook all wrapped in the trunk of my car. I'm a senior now. Can't believe I paid $150 for clutter. According to my parents, it is video games. I would challenge that by saying renter's insurance that doesn't cover water damage. Video games got me into IT, which has turned into a 6-figure career. My parents stopped giving me shit about video games a long time ago and just have a list of computer problems to fix whenever I visit now. 260 pounds on a molded mouthguard to stop bruxism, teeth grinding in my sleep. Tried it 2 nights in a row, couldn't even begin to get to sleep wearing it. It has sat in my bedside drawer untouched for about 18 months now. I felt the same about my retainers for a good while at first. Have you tried popping them in a good while before you go to bed, like after dinner? That might help you get used to the sensation of the guards in your mouth. Gym membership. It was 3 months. Precisely at a time where I won a 3-month membership. Couldn't cancel, pause, refund or transfer either membership. I've been to the gym probably 10-15 times in the last year and still paying monthly. I used to exercise regularly, but I am just so tired all the time and I keep telling myself I'll get back in the saddle. When I was a kid, I saw an ad in a magazine for some subliminal message cassette tapes. I saved up birthday money and bought them by calling the 800 number. I got about 10 of them, I think, for $170. I still don't know why I wanted them so badly. Maybe the ad had a subliminal message in it, because what the fuck. Anyway, they had themes like stop procrastination and lose weight and peak performance. But the actual audio sounded like nature sounds like rain and running water in Wales. I don't know if there was actually a subliminal message in there or not. Needless to say, they didn't do anything, and I don't know what happened to all of the tapes except for peak performance, which I recently found while cleaning out some old boxes. It's probably demagnetized by now, even if I had a tape player. My first long-term relationship. You probably had to spend that time to learn how to find and be with the person you want to be with. Most people don't nail their long-term relationships the first time around. I spent £140 on a hotel in a city to then only sleep for 3 hours as I went out clubbing and came back at 7 a.m. Missed the breakfast for which I paid extra for. Literally could have gotten a train back to my place at 6:20 a.m. and slept on the journey back. Edit. Don't question why I stayed out that long. That night was very eventful to say the least. Totally would do it again 10/10. To be fair, hardly as wasteful as a lot on this thread. If you even only used the room to freshen up or keep your things while you went out, you're still getting some value out of it. Did the same thing in a Copenhagen rental. Doesn't feel like a waste. Feels like an insurance policy that enabled me to have fun. That being said, I paid a bit less. I bought a Nintendo Switch and never got it. As a student, $340 is kind of a ton of money. Not from USA or Europe. In my country, Nintendo doesn't have an official provider. And generally speaking, in South America the Switch is expensive. Wedding ring. I spent $7,000 on a ring, and after we divorced I heard she sold it for $700. Terrible from an investment perspective. Not OP, but I'm pretty sure it's considered a gift in the eyes of the law, meaning it's her property and she can do what she wants with it. I've heard of women taking engagement rings but never agree to get married and just sell it. A pair of expensive sump pumps for the basement. They've never been used. Year after year they sit there collecting dust. The realtor said it was essential to have them in case one day there was water in the basement, even though in the entire history of the house it's never happened. Yeah, that isn't the sort of advice one should take from a realtor. Ask your new neighbors instead. This is kinda sad, but the money for getting tests done on a pet and trying different medicines, having surgery, only to have them pass away or be diagnosed with an uncurable painful disease that requires them to be put down. Obviously it's worth it before that crushing news, but afterwards it kinda makes you think. Yeah, this happened to me. Spent $3,000 getting my cat's thyroid under control, and she developed mouth cancer. Brand new 2017 Jeep Compass. $34,000 for a car that, after 1 year and 11,000 miles, was worth a quarter of that. I work in the car business, and I've never seen depreciation that bad. But if you work in the car business, surely you must have known that you never buy brand new. Moving to San Francisco to go to law school, but it ended up being a year wasted due to the school being predatory and not worth getting a degree from. Living in SF at all is bad enough. That hurts to even read. Gave my ex an expensive ring. Odd decision to make when you're already broken up. Wasted $85 on a Christmas present for my friends that just now said that she hates me and she wants me dead. Thank you, Emma. Don't worry, bro, Emmas are all psychos. Accidentally clipped the edge of my garage when backing my wife's car out. $1,200 in repairs that didn't need to happen if I wasn't an idiot. I put $8,000 of dentist work into my wife's mouth and she walked out a month later. That was in '76, still pisses me off when I think about it. I spent a couple $100 on a pro wrestling belt replica. It now sits underneath my bed. I don't think I've looked at it in years. Wear it to work tomorrow, to get the value out of it. A number of years ago my province gave every resident 18 plus a check for $400 due to a big surplus. I, being a university student who liked to drink on weekends, wasted it on the most obvious thing, going to the pet store and buying a ferret and ferret accessories. Getting a degree in a liberal arts field instead of a STEM field. Decided to live in expensive dorms and go solely off of loans for my first 2 years of my undergrad. $40,000. I should have just done community college and transferred. Biggest financial regret. I went on a tour to USA in 2015 when I visited MIT University in Manhattan. There was a multi-purpose store nearby and our tour guide allowed us to go in. I saw this Lego figure in which was free with a Lego encyclopedia and thought my brother would like it. So I bought the $50 book for a single stormtrooper figure and my brother did not like the figure. Mind you that $50 is 183 for me in my currency, so I wasted 180 dirhams, my currency, for a Stormtrooper Lego figure. $50 for a Lego Star Wars encyclopedia? I thought they were more like $20 or $30. Not having renter's insurance when our downstairs neighbors burned our unit down. We lost everything we had ever accumulated except a few bins of Christmas stuff in a storage unit off-site. So everything we ever bought was wasted money. Do not let this happen to you. Know your insurance terms and have a good record of your belongings. Selling a Honda Accord and buying a used Audi A6 Avant. Dumbest decision I ever made, probably cost me $10,000 before I was rid of it.